Malcolm Turnbull wants to delay the closure of a coal-fired power station in the Hunter Valley to shore up Australia's electricity supplies. After Hazelwood, the Liddell power station was meant to be the next to go. But as Andrew Probyn reports, extending its life won't come cheap.
This shiny plant and equipment churns out sauces and salsas by the drumload. But the energy required is putting a squeeze on Ian Young's business.
Well, power and gas is just going up exponentially.
In December, his power bill surges another 40% and fears what this means for his 30-strong workforce.
We'll do what we can to stay in business, obviously, but you've got to be competitive.
We've reined in the power of the networks.
The government insists companies like Mr Young's are top of mind, but concedes reliability is a concern.
Our focus is on affordable and reliable energy.
The government blames the closure of coal-fired power stations. The coal crunch started in March with the closure of Victoria's Hazelwood plant, but in 5 years the Liddell power plant is scheduled to shut, followed by another New South Wales plant at Vales Point. Combined, their closures would take more than 3,000 megawatt of capacity from the grid. That's double what the grid lost when Hazelwood closed, prompting government action.
And the Energy Minister and I are already in discussions with the owner of Liddell, AGL, about how we can ensure that that power station stays in operation for at least another 5 years after 2022.
The ABC understands options could include a multi-million-dollar taxpayer subsidy to upgrade Liddell's boilers and software. Malcolm Turnbull spoke to the New South Wales Premier today about the plant's future, but they'd first have to convince the owner, AGL, which has already said about advertising that there is no future in coal.
We are getting out of coal.
It's a sensible move to upgrade our existing power stations because that will lower emissions and keep low-cost coal in the mix.
Keeping coal open is the last thing we need to be doing. We need to be transitioning away from coal.
The latest report by the energy market operator shows the coming summer will be a big test for power supply in Victoria and South Australia. Liddell's looming closure poses a similar challenge for New South Wales. A lot to energise our political class.
Prime Minister will resume his seat.
Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.